Oh. Are your dogs barking too? Are the dogs barking? Welcome to the superpilotish channel. My name is Graham Wilson. Today I'm going to talk about eliminating heel pain right here in my basement. So, yeah, welcome to the show. And when I did my little opening there, I was trying to get my foot up this high. It's like, man, that's a little bit of a contortionist job there. But, anyways, I was looking at I've had this problem for a little while where every once in a while my heel just starts to hurt. Could be one, could be the other one. And hey, Shecky, welcome to the show. So, yeah, and I was looking the way that I found that worked for me to get rid of my heel pain. It was after a lot of research between different, whenever you're going to Doctor Google, okay, here we come, Mayo Clinic. What's that mean? It means you got foot cancer, or like everything you do when you start looking up medical information on the internet, it's always like, go see your doctor, pop all these pills. It's a tumor. It's not a tumor. So, anyways, hey, Dan, see you here too. Yeah, so and then anything else, it's like everyone's like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna tell you all this stuff," and then they got it's really not that hard. So I'm gonna give you 5 ways of getting rid of your heel. Well, 5 things to do to get rid of some heel pain. So the most common cause for this heel pain, and that's the way it was for me, is it's called plantar fasciitis, and I will get out. I will be utilizing both of my whiteboards today. Okay, this is red, so that it's kind of inflamed, and that's what itis means. Anything that you have with itis after the word, it means inflammation. So, say if you have bronchitis, it's the inflammation of the bronchial tubes. If you have, I don't know any other itis, arthritis, the inflammation of the earth, I guess your joints or something. But yeah, the plantar fascia is this little tendon thingamajig. Now, I'm not a doctor here, so here we go. We're going to do a stick man with a stick foot. Okay, here we go. There's his arms. Okay, this guy's got huge feet. I don't know. He's giving a thumbs up too. Here, we'll give him a thumbs up. All right, there's a stick man with gigantic feet. And we'll do this here. He's like a clown or something. So, anyways, there's his 2 feet, and we'll say his right foot is the plantar fascia. It goes kind of from the back. It's a tendon that goes from the back of your knee, and it goes around your. Oh, here we go. It goes around your heel, and then it kind of hooks up to the ball of your foot. So when you're walking on your heel right here, that's what really inflames it. Hey, we got the thumbs up. Cool. So that's the plantar fascia, and that's just a quick explanation. So now the way that you get that gets inflamed is if you're always like pounding on something. If I was, I don't know, if I had some kind of a tendon on my elbow and I was banging it like this all the time, eventually it would get inflamed. So elbowitis. So, anyways, the way it happened for me mostly was that when I was working as a machinist, I was on my feet all the day, and all the welders, the welders get that really bad because they're standing basically on cement all the time. And if you're a machinist, usually there's like kind of a little wood platform that you'll stand on, so the metal chips will go through the slats in the wood. But other machines that I've had to work on, I just stand right on a metal. Like if it's a big boring mill, some of them you'd ride up and down on the metal and shaking around in your work boots and right on some steel. So not good for your plantar fascia. So, anyways, I had no idea what was going on with my heel pain, and then eventually the internet kind of improved, and I could do some Google searching and Alta Vista searching and Yahoo searching, and so basically I figured out my own recipe how to fix up your heel pain. Number one, okay, now that I've described what plantar fasciitis is, Here we go. This is how you get rid of it. First thing you do is you go out and buy yourself some new shoes. Get yourself some new shoes, man. And so with that, okay, so that would mean all of your shoes. Okay, you want to have, if you got this plantar fasciitis, you got that. You wake up in the morning, your heel's just throbbing and it's killing you, but it kind of gets better throughout the day. That's plantar fasciitis. So you get yourself some new shoes, new work boots, new new little slippers from around the house. That's why I wear them here. It's because I just you want to cushion your plantar fascia. So you get new shoes, you get your new work boots, everything. Okay, sandals, you name it. It's going to cost you some cash, but eventually this is going to work for you. So everything there, and anything that you can get extra cushion, insoles, wear socks instead of bare feet in your shoes. Anything you can get to cushion that, the better off you're going to be. So here we go. The other one is to just it kind of goes into getting your new shoes. That would be. Uh-oh, I ran out of room here. Maybe I can squish it in. There we go. Okay, the other one is never walk barefoot. So you definitely don't want to be walking barefoot, especially on something hard, like if you have ceramic tile in your house, hardwood floors, concrete around a swimming pool or something like that. That really kills your plantar fascia. And okay, that's another one there. And this, I haven't seen any videos on YouTube that like say, okay, do this, it's gone. They're like, oh, you can do all this cool stuff, and oh, you can put ice on it. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but like, if I ever put ice on something, oh, they say, oh, Dr. Google says put some ice on it. Okay, like I think you get more like of a frostbite, frostbite pain than whatever pain you get. So I'm not a big fan of putting ice on things. Apparently, you can do it, but not for me. And because this is kind of getting into the pilot stuff here, is that like you can also get plantar fasciitis by sitting around too much. So if you're on some long legs on your airliner there, you get up to stretch and ooh, your heels hurt. Okay, so we're talking no drugs on this one here. So if it's that bad, you should probably be in the hospital or something. And I say no drugs because like they'll say on a lot of other, Dr. Google will tell you also, you can have some aspirin or Advil or any type of your favorite pain reliever, but that's all that does is mask the pain. And you say, oh, okay, I can go run a marathon today. And it's like, no, you can't, because it's still inflamed, but you just don't feel the pain. Then you're going to make it worse. So you got to take the pain, man. Do it David Goggins style. So anyways, okay, so no drugs. And that's another thing too. If you are going to be flying an airplane, are you absolutely sure that a couple of aspirin's not going to impair you? Probably not. I really wouldn't worry about it, but maybe you're taking 4 because it really hurts. No, that's not the recommended prescription. You didn't talk to your doctor. So just anything you can do, especially if you're flying, just eliminate the drugs. If you do absolutely have to do that, talk with your medical examiner. And this is the other thing to help out. We're up to number 4 already. Cool. I'm pretty good at doing this myself naturally. And that is just take it easy, man. Don't exert yourself too much. I mean, you can get this plantar fasciitis from, if you're playing a lot of basketball players get it, marathon runners, joggers, you're putting all that pounding on your heel and it's going to get inflamed. So if you're going to take it easy, hey, take it easy, man. Just like no running, no jumping. If you do want to keep on your, say, I don't know, you go out and you go jogging every day or every few times a week, but you still want to keep that exercise routine up, but you don't want to start, don't just keep running and make it worse. So maybe put on your nice cushiony shoes and just go for a walk and still keep the routine going. And yeah, so that's another one. But this is the biggest one that absolutely no one tells you except for the superpilotish channel. And it's the easiest thing to do, and you're going to notice improvement probably within a couple days. Here we go. Whoop, I'm going to make that a little neater because it's so very, very important. Like everything else on the superpilotish channel. Okay, here we go. And, you know, they have all these funky exercises that everybody's telling you, oh, I'm a registered physiotherapist, blah, blah, blah. Do this, lean up against thing, twist your arm around, put your leg behind your neck. No. All you got to do is touch your toes. And you do that 3 times a day. That's it. Touch your toes 3 times a day. You're going to notice improvement within a couple days. Believe it or not. Hey, Wrench, I see you there too. Okay, and to demonstrate how to touch your toes in a safe manner, here we go. I will attempt feats of physical mastery, such as touching your toes. And this is, so when you are touching your toes, just kind of keep your heels together. Don't hyperextend your legs. You just keep them nice and straight so you don't, stretch out your knees funny. And I'll show you what I do to get rid of my plantar fasciitis. Here we go. All right. Let's see if I can show up on the camera here. All right. Hello. All right. So I'm going to try not to hit my head in the basement here. Okay. So this is what you got to do. You just kind of keep your heels together like that. Don't hyperextend your legs too far back. And you don't want to cheat and bend your knees. So we're just going to keep them nice and straight. And just bend. And even if you can't touch your toes, give it a try. Okay, looks like that's it. I'm an old man. I'm all stiff. I can't do it. Well, you give it some time. If you pretend that you're holding some weights and your arms are getting heavy, you can go down further. And then if you think, oh, my arms are getting even heavier, you can go down even further and just kind of hang. And then if you want, you can help yourself up. If you're standing next to a chair, there's one. Let me do 2. Here we go. 2. Look at this superpilotish awesomeness. Hey man, I'm fixing everybody's health today. Okay, there's 2, and you do it again. 3. And sometimes, if I really want, I can kind of grab my legs, just gently kind of pull down a bit more, kind of stretch it out, and you really feel it in the back of your legs. There you go. That's it. Done. Do that every day, and in a week, you're going to be noticing it's way, way better. And so when you do notice that it starts to get better, just keep doing it until it's totally gone, because it will come back. There you go. There's your getting rid of your plantar fasciitis in 5 easy steps. Okay. And I did this show here today. Yeah, actually, Dan, while you're here, and same with Shecky here. I was going to do today, I was going to do a little bit of talking about interesting propeller design with less noise. I was also going to take the recommendation of the, what was that one? Shecky wanted to know about radio frequencies and stuff. I will get to that, but I was looking into it a little bit more, and I'm like, oh, I really got to review my knowledge of aerodynamics and frequencies. And once you get into the frequency stuff, how far do you want to get into atmospheric conditions and physics of it and stuff? So I'll kind of muck around with that on the weekend and probably get back to you guys on next week on that. So here we go. How do you get rid of your plantar fasciitis? Let's do a little bit of review. Okay. Get yourself your new shoes. You want to be walking on cushiony stuff all the time, which means that you're never going to be walking barefoot on hard stuff, especially. If you're going to be walking on your ceramic tiles in the kitchen, get yourself a slipper. Ooh. Even if it stinks, it'll still be okay. And yeah, okay, lay off the drugs, man. So you don't want to, if you are going to be flying, you don't want to be worried about. Well, see, this is another thing too. If you are going to be taking any medication and you're flying, you might think, yeah, I'm fine. Okay, but what happens if you get in an accident? That's when you're really in trouble. They'll say, did you take any medication at all? And you'll say, well, I took some aspirin. And then the lawyers will say, oh, really? How much aspirin did you take? What brand was that? At what time did you do that? And you're like, a lot of things with that is just kind of CYA, like lay off on that stuff. You don't, 99.999% of the time you're cool, but that one time that it might be a maybe, you don't want to take any chances for that. Okay, take it easy. Yeah, don't exert yourself too much if you're going to be doing sports and stuff like that. Take a break from it, or if you are going to do it, do extremely low impact exercises. But the most important thing is touch of the toes 3 times a day. That's it, easy peasy. I was looking at a few videos on YouTube before this, and it was like, oh, I got to do this and this, and get a towel and put it around your foot and stretch it. Like basically anything that makes your, I mean, you can do any kind of exercise really, but I found for me, just touching my toes is fine. And so here's your foot. Here's your foot. So anything that can make your foot go like this, there you go. You're stretching the plantar fascia there. So there we go. And yeah, that's about it. So anything you can do, like I'm just saying what would work for me, touch toes. Okay. And Wrench is asking here too, should you do 10 toe touches or hold 10 seconds? You can hold as long as you want, and you got 8 fingers and 2 thumbs, so you can just kind of like use it that way if you want to touch all 10 at once. I think I got you there, Rich. So anyways, yeah, just kind of hang down, try to touch your toes. And that was so that's kind of my oh yeah, here we go. And Dan here is talking about how the topic was much better, probably going to help alleviate calf tightness. Yeah, it will. Just that little bit of stretching, because you figure, especially when you're getting older, you don't stretch ever. You're just like an old man leaning on stuff going, I gotta pick this thing up. Like, so you don't actually stretch and pick things up. So yeah, if you can just incorporate that into your life, however you get that in there, just 3 times a day, and like once, twice, 3 times, boom. No reps, no sets, reps, all this other jazz. Don't need it. And yeah, and then that also, believe it or not, you'll probably notice a little bit of back pain going away there too, or back stiffness. And yeah, just touching your toes is great. And I was just thinking too, even if it doesn't work at all for you, after a month, you're going to be able to touch your toes and you'll be able to brag. So yeah, and I would say the worst case scenario for me, where I had one heel was just killing me and the other one was sort of hurting, and I think that's kind of when I started looking into it. It's like, this is not cool. So yeah, it would be I would say the worst case scenario, where this has been going on for a few months and it's really killing me. It might take a month for it to totally go away, but the thing is, you'll notice after even a few days that you'll wake up in the morning and the heel still might hurt, but it won't be as bad. So if you're noticing it getting less and less, just keep doing whatever you're doing. Okay, and what else we got here? Mona Moore is saying, if you hold each stretch for at least 30 seconds, you'll notice your flexibility improve too after a few stretches. Yeah, so you can just hold it down there, hang out, stretch it, and oh, Holly's here. Hey, Holly. And yeah, so There we go. That's about it for today. Yeah, we're gonna be so Monday. Today's Friday. Yeah, so I will be back here on Monday because I do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon Eastern, and we'll be talking about either radio frequencies or propeller design or something like that. So everybody, thanks for showing up, and everybody have a great weekend. I'm going to do some serious computer stuff. I got a new computer. I'm going to mess around with that. So, and that's about it. So, everyone have a great weekend, and thank you for watching. Bye.